Hello, how are you doing? My name is Otto and welcome back to the channel. This is the Insta360 RS 1-inch 360 edition. And in this video, we're going to talk about this camera, the good, the bad, and some small details that most people will not tell you. Before I continue, you need to know that Insta360 sent me this camera, but everything that I say in this video is my honest opinion. So, what do you need to know if you are new to 360 cameras? Well, the main feature of these kind of cameras is that they can shoot in 360 degrees because it has two camera sensors, one on each side of the camera. And this means that regardless of where you point your camera, it will be able to see everything around it. Most people think that these cameras are only good if you want 360 videos, but the truth is that you can reframe what you want using the Insta360 app on your smartphone or on your computer. And this becomes very convenient since you don't have to worry about pointing and shooting like you do with other regular cameras. The Insta360 RS 1-inch edition is a camera that has a very good build quality and it looks and feels like a premium camera. Compared to other ones like the Insta360 X3, you will notice that it is bigger. It is also heavier at 240 grams and the two lenses are really big. Behind each lens, there is a huge 1-inch sensor, and this is the heart and the most important feature about this camera because having a sensor of this size will let the camera capture higher quality videos and the low light performance is quite amazing. There are two buttons on the right side, one to power on the camera and the other one to start or stop recording. The color screen is touch enabled and this makes this camera easier to use to navigate the menus and change the different settings. On the left side of the camera, we can open this door to access the USB-C port to charge the device or to connect the camera to your computer. This will allow you to transfer your files, or you can also use this camera as a webcam. You can also live stream without the computer using the Insta360 app, but to protect the battery, it will stop the live stream at 30 minutes. And Insta360 does not recommend to charge the camera and live stream at the same time. You can also buy special accessories and connect them to this port. For example, there is this mic adapter which is very inexpensive and I highly recommend getting this to be able to connect an external microphone. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. If you want to connect a wireless microphone like the DJI mic, you can buy a mount like this one to place the receiver up here like this. This camera is water resistant with an IPX3 rating. It is not waterproof and I do believe that this is because this camera has a modular design. This one is the lens and this one is the core. And this is where you actually need to insert the micro SD card. And this one at the bottom is the battery. The battery will run for about 1 hour and it charges in about 1 hour and a half. You can use a power bank to charge and use it at the same time, but if you don't like that option, then you might want to buy an extra battery, which are about $50 each. Now let's talk about the camera. The Insta360 RS 1-inch can shoot 360 videos at 6K at 120 megabits per second. And not only that, but this camera has a 1-inch sensor which does provide better image quality and dynamic range. At 6 and 4K, you can shoot videos at 24, 25 or 30 frames per second. The maximum frame rate is 50 frames per second, but you need to drop the resolution to 3K. But for this kind of camera, to get the maximum video quality, it's a good idea to stick to 6K. And if you need to slow down your video, you can use the app to do so instead of using 3K. Something important to know is that 6K is the resolution that you get when you have the whole 360 video. But when you select to export a portion of this 360 video to make it a flat video, you will not get the full 6K resolution. And that means that you end up having a video file with less resolution. And that's the main reason to shoot at the highest resolution. The big advantage that this camera has is that because of the big sensors, you will not notice that resolution drop as much as you would do with a 360 camera that has a smaller sensor. The other advantage of having such a big sensor is that this camera is more efficient in low light situations, and this can be achieved by using manual settings. For example, these shots were taken at 6K, 24 frames per second, and a shutter speed of 1/50. The Insta360 RS 1-inch also has an electronic stabilization that they call flow state, which does an amazing job, making your videos look like they were shot with a gimbal. But the only downside is that this flow state is not going to be too good in low light situations because it needs higher shutter speeds. You can also use this camera to take 360 pictures, and you can use the app to create different camera views. I usually don't like taking pictures with this kind of cameras, but I will say this once again. The big sensors are playing a big part to get the higher image quality. Plus, this camera has HDR pictures, and you can also shoot in RAW. Time lapses can also be shot at 360 degrees with a maximum resolution of 6K, and then in post, you can reframe or add movement to your time lapse. The Insta360 app is where most of the magic takes place to improve the experience that you get after you shoot your videos. But if you want to get the most out of this camera, especially for low light videos, I found that using the Insta360 editing program on my computer gave me a more professional result. So this is a camera that has a retail price of $800, and some people have said that this is a camera intended for professional use, real estate, or 360 tours. But I can't completely agree with this. I feel that you should get this camera if you are a person who wants high video quality on a 360 camera, for travel videos, for vlogging, for low light events, and so on. I mean, if this is a camera that is within your budget, you're going to be happy with the features that you will get. Let's talk about this camera in the comment section. Let me know if you like this camera or not, and don't forget to give this video a like. I hope you're having an amazing day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.